welcome back to the Cut the Film podcast. I'm your host, James. We have Heaven right here.
Hi.
Hello, Heaven. We have Richie right there in the corner, ready to rumble right now. And we have Josh right there. Are you okay, Josh?
What up, guys?
How you feeling?
See, he wants to start a fight with me.
I know, that's why I said he's ready to rumble.
I never even started the podcast.
I mean, this is how it starts. Did you not come prepared?
I've been having a good fight. You just come with that.
Okay, but
attitude.
you better snap into it, man. You better snap into it because we got a lot to talk about today.
Boom.
So what's everybody been up to lately? How's your week been?
My week has been pretty good. I mean, I worked, so I could not be working though and not have money, so I'm good with working.
So you're grateful.
That's good.
Yeah.
You watch anything interesting lately?
I watched Bly Manor. Finally, I
So
didn't
did I.
want to, but I did it.
What did you think of it?
It was really weird, actually. I don't like the way they jumped around. I feel like the first one didn't jump around like that, but maybe.
Well,
That was a whole different story towards.
they're trapped in memories. That's why.
Yeah.
They're tucked away. A lot of the characters. So, The Haunting of Bly
away.
Manor is
Yeah.
the sequel series to The Haunting of Hill House.
Mhm.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think it was more sad than scary.
was
To be
sad.
honest, it made me feel a little depressed in the moments when they were talking about
Yeah.
memories fade or people from your past
Yeah.
start fading. And I was
And-
like, "Fuck, I don't want to hear that."
The first one, when I
made
watched
me-
the first one, I couldn't sleep for days. I was fine after this one. Like,
Yeah, there's some
I
creepy
didn't-
stuff, but I feel like it was more of like supposed to be a heartbreaking story.
and it was
Yeah,
very.
but I liked it.
We're getting haunted. The light just went off.
I know it's because we're talking about the Haunting of Bly Manor.
Oh,
So what about you,
because I
Josh?
wasn't scared.
What have you been up to, and what have you been
Just
watching?
honestly been chilling. We had a COVID incident at work, so they closed us down. So we're basically chilling for like the next week and a half.
That's lit.
Okay.
So probably gonna be catching up on a lot of shows. But right now, I just finished watching the Chappelle series on Netflix. I know it only goes up to 3
Finished?
seasons.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna get into that too.
Yeah.
in a little bit.
I need HBO Max for the whole thing. But
Yeah.
That's only 3 seasons.
yeah, but then
They don't have all 3 on Netflix.
oh yeah, wait, never mind. Sorry, thinking of another show.
Fresh
But
Prince of Bel-Air.
What about you, Richie?
Just watching documentaries and rewatched all of Sons of Anarchy again.
Tons of
And then I
Anarchy.
watched
do you watch
2 seasons.
Mayans?
I just watched the last episode of Mayans.
Any interesting documentaries you checked out lately?
Most of the ones I watch are sports documentaries.
Most of the ones you watch.
Pretty interesting. I saw one on this high school football player who was accused of molesting a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more than a sports documentary.
Yeah, I mean, they technically, yeah.
That is a lot.
And
Did
then
he do
was.
it?
Did he do it? I mean, I don't know if you guys would watch it.
Who is it?
He was actually like a highly recruited kid, but then got in trouble his senior year with the whole molestation thing.
So it's kind of like a crime documentary too.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, I guess he gets acquitted.
Oh, because
They-
he had a bright future.
No, they said it was actually his
It was his
his,
twin
um,
brother.
What's the name of
It
that
was-
movie? Steve.
it was his I guess because he was living with the family. It was the
dad.
the son, who's like a year or 2 younger than him, and it
That
was
was-
actually him.
That's what was it? Gonna
And now I
say?
think he's trying to
Okay.
make a comeback.
You seen Foxcatcher?
Yeah,
So is it something like that?
no.
More in okay, so it's nothing like that. Have you
Well,
seen
because like
Foxcatcher?
Foxcatcher has nothing to
I'm
do
not.
with molestation.
I know, but it's but the idea being it's more about like the crimes behind the sport than it is kind of about
Oh yeah,
the
I
sport.
guess yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen that movie.
So with Steve Carell?
Steve
Yeah,
Carell.
Yeah, Steve
yeah.
Carell plays a villain. I think he was nominated
Not a
for
lot of
DuPont.
people know he does
Yeah.
serious
DuPont.
films too.
He makes great serious.
Hey,
like
He
dude,
does.
he's really scary. He's creepy in that movie. He is
Oh,
so
I'm not
creepy
gonna
that
watch
you
it.
would
No, but
never
it's
want to
not
be
like
in the
that,
same
though.
room with not like creepy like that, but like
Him.
there's something a little bit off
Channing
about him.
Tatum's in it, and
okay.
Mark Ruffalo's in it.
Oh, as soon as you said Channing Tatum, she's interested
Yeah,
now.
no.
and
changed.
Mark Ruffalo, so now I'm in.
So
Yeah,
it's like
definitely
it's the
watch it.
wrestlers, but it's actually like a true story. So
Yeah,
Mm,
like it's a great movie. You should check it out.
but it's a movie, like not a documentary.
it's
No, it's a
both.
mo-
there's
They-
an ESPN documentary about it, and then there's the documentary came out after the movie.
I actually saw that. So you know how Steve Carell films himself in that movie? Like he doing some kind of like weird commercial or something like that.
In the
In Fox?
I don't remember if he does it in the movie, but I think there's a in the documentary.
been a
where
while.
he's-
It's been
yeah,
a few years
in the
since I've seen
doc.
it.
Yeah, it's been a few years since I've seen it, but there's in the documentary at least he's filming himself doing this weird commercial, and you could tell like Steve Carell got him pretty spot on, like his mannerisms and
As
way he
the guy
act-
he's playing.
Yeah, as the guy he's playing.
Okay.
It was pretty good. So we're gonna get into some news. The first big bit of news is Wonder Woman 1984, which keeps getting delayed more and more, is now going to be released on HBO Max December 25th. And on the same day, it will also be going into theaters, whatever theaters are going to be open at the time. So,
Well, I mean, Cali is shut down.
Only till the
starting-
21st.
Oh, that's true.
For now.
Only till the
They're
21st
But then
for
it
now.
says it could be
At any time.
extended,
Yeah,
which it will be extended.
for sure, because no one could get COVID after 10 p.m.
So, unlike Disney's Mulan, you know how Disney Plus did Mulan, and
you had to pay extra.
30. Yeah, this is if you already subscribe to it, you get to
HBO.
watch it
Oh,
the day
that's good.
the
Makes
HBO
much
Max.
more sense.
Yeah,
Alright, so
makes
if you
more
have-
sense.
There's no
too.
way. There's no way they did that. Disney Plus did well doing that.
They did
Oh no,
it.
they did.
I was gonna
They
say,
did, and it
it's-
bombed. It
Also, say they did do well.
no, they did
That's
terribly
good
with that.
did
They
it. No, it
They're
would open
Still
up
on
like
there
a whole,
though for $30.
Yeah, I know, but it
so-
would have opened up like another market of like
I'm
charge them more.
You know what? I was actually cheering for Mulan to fail just for that reason. I was like,
Yeah, 'cause
hell
fuck
no. Let's not support this trend where they're going to overcharge us on streaming
Yeah.
services they already
It's
had.
not
So it
fair.
ended up kind of blowing up in their face. And I'm pretty glad it did because it's a
But it's
terrible idea.
Disney,
You
so
hear
they
that,
still
Disney?
have all that.
Fuck.
But the thing is that
Just kidding.
Still going
if
to
you
your
pay
point.
for Disney Plus, you should be able
Yeah,
to
it should have
access
it,
all the
yeah.
content that's on there
Absolutely.
already.
Very
So
true.
that's not really fair in my opinion.
Unless
um,
they just add another tier where you pay $2 more and you get that
Okay.
extra when the movie drops. Other
I'd be
than
with that,
the
I
normal
think.
people.
Well, one of the reasons it's big news is
I
that
think.
it's gonna make money, but it's indisputable from everything that I'm reading that it's going to lose money no matter what. It was projected as a movie that would have got over $1 billion at the global box office, which it probably would have.
it, yeah.
Yeah, the first one did, so that wouldn't have surprised me
The
too.
first one made $1 billion.
Let me check. I'm pretty sure it made either
Mulan?
No,
Wonder
no.
Woman.
Wonder
Woman.
Woman.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Mulan.
Wonder Woman global box office.
It did very well.
It did very well. Let me
Because she's
check.
perfect.
She was
800
No,
21 million.
821 million. That's still
It's
close.
close.
That's not bad, but I actually do think the new one probably would have topped it. But
Yeah.
Because of all the success this one did.
Hmm.
a lot of people are really worried because they think that this means that this is going to lead closer to the death of movie theaters. Do you think that's a possibility? Because I mean, if like think about it, do you think that once this COVID is over, do you think people are going to be rushing back into the movie theaters right away? It's probably going to take a while.
Only
I
for big movie
actually-
fanatics.
I actually do think so.
You do think
Just
so?
because when they opened them for like that little bit of time,
Mm-hmm.
when they were like, I don't know, like 3 weeks of being open, people were like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to the movies. And I was like, oh.
You don't think
Fun.
it's altered people's like
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
People
No,
were
because
still
people still
going
wanna go
out.
out.
Okay, because a lot of
They're
people
gonna stop.
think
The
that
longer
this
this
is going to
goes
be
on,
the
I
death
think
of
the
movie
more
theaters.
likely they're going
Any
to
chance they had to go out, people
when
went
they
out.
reopen.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the most you probably could do a more like social distancing
Mhm.
in the theater, but
I
don't
mean,
think
they're
so.
already doing it when they had
Yeah.
Hmm.
assigned
I don't
seating.
see that happening.
Well, I actually subscribed to HBO Max the other day. Great selection of stuff. Do you have it?
Yeah, I use it on my phone.
Use
I
it
wish,
on-
I wish it was on Roku. It's not on Roku.
It's not on Roku. Get a
No.
Fire Stick, bro.
They just added it to Fire Stick. Like,
I know.
Like
yesterday.
just recently.
Yeah, that's when I got it.
Yeah? Oh,
like
okay.
that's when I got that.
I'm Roku. Sorry.
Hopefully they get it there
Mhm.
soon.
I'll just jailbreak it.
So, did you guys
Yeah,
like
you can
the
borrow
original
my Fire
Wonder
Stick.
Woman?
I have two.
Did you like
Mhm.
Wonder Woman?
Did I like Wonder Woman? I didn't like. I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay. Just be
But I
honest.
love her. So
Only woman at the table.
Did you see it?
it?
Did you see it?
I also
Yeah.
haven't seen Black Panther. so-
Okay, and you.
okay,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's it. I'm walking away.
Have you seen? Of course, you've seen Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So the only person at the table who hasn't seen Wonder Woman is the woman.
I know. I'm the
Sexist
worst.
much?
No.
Is it?
Well, anyways,
gonna
it was
be-
actually really good. I think it was probably better than most people thought. Did you guys like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was. I
Yeah.
thought
I don't
it
like
was.
It was very
DC
entertaining.
comics.
It was probably one of
like
the
DC
best
comics?
DC.
DC
movies.
comics are not my thing.
I'm
You
trying to think-
haven't seen Wonder Woman, that's why.
Like, well, I guess because Batman, I've only seen like two of them, and
Which
they were not
ones?
No,
for
which
me.
ones? Yeah.
old ones, like in the 90s or whatever.
You never seen
When
the
I
new
was a
ones?
kid, the ones that were out
didn't watch
then.
the new-
Okay, then you need to watch the new ones. They're
That's
quite
what
they
different.
say.
They're
Like
quite
Dark
different.
Knight.
Yeah.
Everyone's
You
like,
gotta watch that.
"Ooh, that's the
You
best."
have to see the Dark Knight.
I mean, I'm not like I
I'm
wasn't
gonna go to your
like
house and we're gonna sit.
including the
suggest I watch
three
it.
Batman
this
movies.
movie.
Yes.
But like I thought Wonder Woman was one of the best DC movies.
So
Like
do I.
the newer, like
Of the new, of like
the-
the of the shared
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was too. So check it out. I think you'll probably like it.
I'll watch it.
It's very entertaining. It's easy to watch, and I'm pretty sure the sequel's going to be good too.
When does the sequel come out?
The
Christmas.
25th,
Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Christmas.
so I have a few,
oh, releasing on
like
Christmas,
a little
huh?
bit of time before
Yep,
I
Christmas
have to
Day.
watch
Maybe
this.
by Christmas, Roku will have a deal.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure they will
Christmas
by
is
then.
They're
in
the only one.
3 weeks.
No,
No.
no.
Thanksgiving's
I'm
next
on.
week.
Thanksgiving's next week, so Christmas is a little over a
Like
month
a month,
away.
a month and a week.
A month and a week. A month and a week.
I
until
don't like
it's-
it.
Yeah, it went by
going too
really quick.
What the hell?
You think
Didn't
about it, like
Halloween,
2020.
Halloween rushed by. It came
Halloween
and
was
went.
literally
You're just
yesterday,
gonna,
and
you're
I
just
don't
gonna
what's
know that
happening.
everyone's gonna be so disappointed once 2021 hits. And like, oh yeah, like it was gonna die that year. Yeah, everyone's gonna go out now. Let's go.
So
2021
watch
went
it
so
and then
fast.
check it out on HBO
All
Max.
right, I'll
So
check
on
it.
other news, Robert Englund, actor best known for playing Freddy Krueger, is going to be on Stranger Things season 4.
As Freddy Krueger,
No, he will be
Oh.
playing Victor Creel, a disturbed and intimidating man who is imprisoned in a psychiatric hospital for a gruesome murder in the 1950s. That sounds like I don't know. To me, that sounds like a perfect
is Nurse
perfect
Ratchet
role
the
for.
nurse? Sounds.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited for this. I actually like Stranger Things quite a bit. I like the first and the third season. Second season's good. I don't know. That was for me. It was the weaker between the three, but I like the first and the third season a lot. Second season was okay. It just felt like
I don't remember what the second season.
Is that the
Exactly.
season where
exactly.
Rudy dies? Sean Astin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, he
No,
does
no,
the
no,
end
no,
of
no,
the
no,
That's
first.
third season. That's third season.
No, he doesn't.
I'm
he's
getting
in-
them
he's in
all
the-
mixed up in
he's
my
in the
head
nurse
because I
He's
saw
dead.
them.
He's dead already
Not
in
even one
third season.
episode.
You haven't
No,
watched
he's not.
even one episode.
Oh yeah, he is.
He dies
I know
either at
what-
the end of the
Yeah,
first. or
no,
the
he dies at
second.
the end of the
Uh-huh.
second.
I
He does at the
know.
end of the second. Yeah, because
Alright.
then the whole Hopper and
Just fire me
Winona
now.
story starts adding together. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you like 80s nostalgia?
I like 90s nostalgia.
So you don't like 80s nostalgia?
I don't necessarily not like it. It's just not my jam. Like I'm not like, ooh, I need to watch anything that has to do with the 80s. But if it's the 90s, I'm in it. I'm in
Sure.
there.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna. You got to check it out.
All right, I'll
It's a
watch
good
Yeah.
show. But I think that's a perfect
One
choice because
episode.
Freddy Krueger. I mean, getting that actor, obviously, he's an 80s icon,
Mm-hmm.
much like Winona Ryder
Well,
is.
she's on the show.
And the reason she's on is because the 80s she was like considered the girl next door.
Yeah, she was a big name in the 80s
So
and 90s.
yeah, she was a big thing in the 80s and the 90s, but she was a little bit older in the 90s.
Mhm.
So with that in mind, I wanted to ask you guys, what is your favorite Winona Ryder movie? We're gonna start with Heaven.
Does that have to be movie? Can it be show?
Is there a
you
show?
could say
Stranger Things.
Oh,
say a movie, and you could say that's. We'll get to that. First, you.
I think I have two favorites. For her, it would be Beetlejuice because that's like one of my favorite
Movie.
horror. It's not even a horror. It's a scary,
Like a horror
movie.
comedy.
Yeah. That's like one of my favorites, and then Girl Interrupted because can't relate.
Really, you could relate to that?
She
Oh,
got
yeah.
interrupted.
Yeah, Girl Interrupted. It's with Angelina Jolie and
Brittany
Murphy
Oh my god.
Like that's a star cast right there.
about girls in a mental institute. You got to check it out.
Yeah, I really relate to
What?
that.
You don't got to relate to it. It's entertaining.
No, she said, "Who can't relate?"
I was kidding when I said
So now that we're on that, you're a big fan of Girl Interrupted.
huge.
Okay,
Love that
what
movie.
do you like about it, and do you think it's like an accurate depiction of that?
What do I like about it? I mean, the cast in general they
All
did
great
such a
actresses.
great job in general. I think it was fairly accurate. I mean, some of those people were like committed, so they were in there for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I can't relate to that part. I was on. It doesn't matter. But Angelina Jolie won an Oscar, or Grammy, or something. I don't know. She won.
You won an
something
Oscar for that.
Yeah. So obviously the movie was great. Everyone loved it. So it's not just me being crazy.
Was that like in the
It's
90s?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the late
Like-
90s.
Late 90s?
Yeah, it was the late 90s.
Oh, I feel like I was like a young kid.
Girl
In the late
interrupted.
90s, how old were you? Like
I was
7, 8?
Ow.
1999.
That's
I
not helping with my
was died.
I was
tinnitus.
7.
I died. What?
These microphones are loud.
I
I was
today.
born in 1990.
1999.
So you're
What ab-
9.
I
What-
was
So
9.
you were a little
I
kid.
guess.
Okay. So what about you, Josh?
What?
Beetlejuice though.
What's your
Beetlejuice.
What's your favorite Winona Ryder? Or name a couple if you need to pick between that and a TV show.
Well, honestly, I've never seen too many Winona Ryder movies, so my only picks would be either Stranger Things, which she does amazingly in, and Mr. Deeds, which overall Adam Sandler is funny.
I think
Guys.
she's just
What about
like,
Beetlejuice?
forgettable.
Beetlejuice was good too, but she
What about
already
Edward
picked that one.
Scissorhands?
No, she didn't.
Edward Scissorhands was good, but no,
She
my
said Girl Interrupted.
top.
I said Beetlejuice first.
2.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we would have to go movie Mr. Deeds, just because
Mr. Deeds.
more entertaining for me.
I need to find-
See,
I think you just forget it's
'Cause
her. Like you'll be like,
In
oh, that's a good
Beetlejuice?
actress, but like you don't think about the fact that it's
trying to
Winona
think
Ryder.
no, I like Beetlejuice.
In
a lot.
anything, because like I was looking at the list of movies she's been in, and I was like, oh yeah, that was her.
I didn't even,
Yeah.
I've only seen a couple of movies, and that was Beetlejuice and Mr. Deeds.
So which one do you
Literally
pick?
a couple.
I would literally a couple, yeah. I would. No, he
And you've
chose
seen
Mr.
Stranger
Deeds.
Things.
And yeah, but that's a show, and I
That's
didn't
still
want-
something big she's in.
That
And
was
she's in
really
a
good
lot
too.
of it.
I confused her for her
Every
being
episode.
in Adam's Family, but it's not her. It's a different girl.
I don't
She
know.
looks like her. Oh, because
Christina
Lydia,
Ricci.
Christy Ricci. Yeah.
but Lydia in Beetlejuice, she even
Mhm.
dresses like her
Yeah.
at some
Yeah.
point, and I think that was like around the same time,
Yeah, like
I'm-
early 90s.
Yeah.
late
Late-
80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure one of the two influenced the other, or actually that was just kind of a thing that Tim Burton Gothic style, I think, especially in that era, was really popular
Mhm.
at the time. That's probably what
But
it is.
I mean,
Well, Adam's Family though was like a thing in the 50s, right?
yeah, I
and
mean
then
the
they
movies. I
redid
never
it.
watched the show.
I think
They probably
revived
redo it all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah,
Aren't they
Revival.
coming out with another one?
I
Like,
think so.
Another Adam's Family.
yeah,
It was a cartoon. I
think-
hated every second of it.
I think
not
they're
the
gonna
cartoon.
do
I
it
mean a movie.
or a
Oh,
show.
There was an Adams
Yeah,
Family
with Johnny
movie
Depp.
last year.
Really?
Yeah, I heard with Johnny Depp.
The
and,
cartoon, right?
Yeah, it was a cartoon.
Yeah, I didn't.
Hey,
I wasn't a fan.
congratulations to him getting paid.
No, but I heard a movie with Johnny Depp
What?
and that one girl.
What girl?
What's her name?
What
I think
movie?
she was in 300, the second one.
I haven't seen
302.
300 since it came out.
Oh, the second one.
Haven't even seen
Oh,
it.
I did not see the sequel to 300.
I didn't know there was even a sequel. To
There
Yeah,
was.
it
I
was
actually
600.
forgot there was until he reminded
Kinda
me.
like
but
the
now that you
side
did-
story.
300 is the This is Sparta.
This is
Yeah.
Sparta.
Yeah, it's with
I've never seen the
Gerard
movie.
Butler.
And the second one is like the side
I'm just
story.
gonna go. I've literally never seen anything, so I don't know. Why am I
It's
here?
It's just your.
But
taste.
whatever.
Alright.
Yeah, I'd go Mr. Deeds because it's hilarious.
So, Mr. Deeds for you?
hmm
What
You're a fan
about
of that movie?
you, Mr. Jiminy?
For me, it's going to be the 1988 movie Heathers, which she's a star of. It's with her and Christian Slater. It's about a group of popular girls that was all white girls. So Heather was a popular name. So that it's like the original Mean Girls, but
But actually mean. Right?
but actually really mean. And she's Veronica, but she gets accepted into the Heathers, and she realizes that she hates these people. So with her boyfriend Christian Slater, they slowly poison all of these girls and make it look like suicides, and then suicides become a trend in the school. It's a really dark
This
comedy.
sounds
think I
familiar.
have
I
seen
feel
it.
like I've never seen this movie,
think
but
I've
that
seen it, I
sounds
just don't
so
remember it clearly.
familiar.
You might have seen it. It was really popular. It's a big influence on movies like Mean Girls.
Mm-hmm.
I think
And
she
even
went a little too
Clueless,
far.
which is- huh?
I think she went a little too far.
Oh, it's
I mean, they
played for
bullied
jokes.
you. It sucks.
I mean,
I mean, you murdered them.
Hey,
no,
have
they
you ever
didn't
seen
even.
Carrie?
Yeah, but I would probably pick that. I do have to give a shout out to Winona Ryder because I actually think she's a great actress. I also like her in The Age of Innocence, which is a Martin Scorsese movie where she plays the wife of Daniel Day-Lewis, and Michelle Pfeiffer is his mistress. It's a great movie, really good movie.
Like a very good soap opera. A novella.
Girl Interrupted is also really good.
It's a great movie.
Mr. Deeds is funny, not one of my favorite ones. And of course, Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands. I like her in a lot of movies. I think she's a great actress.
What's that movie? Does anyone know what movie I'm thinking of?
Let's see.
So it's like this group of sisters, and like their parents are really strict. Maybe I don't know.
Sisterhood
And
of
they
the
killed
Oh
Traveling
yeah,
Pants.
yeah, yeah. The
They killed
Virgin
themselves?
Suicides.
Yeah.
Okay, and they kill themselves.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
The
What's
Virgin
her name?
Suicides with Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I
with
think-
Kirsten Dunst and Josh Hartnett and Danny DeVito,
hmm
James Woods. It's a really good.
Danny
one.
DeVito's in that movie.
He plays the principal. He
It's been
produced the
a really
movie
long
too.
time since
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I just
Danny
remember they
DeVito
killed
produces
themselves.
a lot of movies. Danny DeVito is one of the producers of Pulp Fiction.
And Matilda.
And
Matilda.
He like raised or like had
Mm-hmm.
what's her name? What's her name?
Matilda?
Yeah, her real name.
I've never finished that movie.
He like was keeping her in his house while her mom was like not able to be there while she was working
Oh, it's Ben Shapiro's
recording.
cousin.
So she stayed with him.
Did any of them Danny DeVito, but anyone else those kids get famous?
Mara Wilson,
That's her name. I was like,
Mara
it's
Wilson.
something
Where'd she
with
come
an
out
M.
in?
Mrs.
Matilda.
Doubtfire. She's
Huh?
also
I mean,
Mrs.
she was big
Doubtfire.
as a little
with,
kid, but I mean, like
Matilda?
as an adult.
Never
No.
seen Matilda. Well, I've seen it once.
you ever
but,
seen
like,
Mrs. Doubtfire with
I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire, yeah.
She's one of the. I don't think she's been in much beyond being she was mostly a child actress. From everything
Yeah.
that I see right here is all from her childhood.
She stopped acting, right?
She
When was,
retired
like-
in 2000
Yeah.
and she returned to acting in 2012. So
In
apparently
what?
she's I don't know, probably something indie, probably a movie, nostalgia
Once
critic.
an actor, always an actor.
Yep. She was on an episode of the Gilmore Girls.
How'd you
What
forget?
episode? Hold on, because I know
Episode
every single episode.
4.21.
Doesn't tell you what the name of the episode
No.
is.
Season
That's
4.
just Gilmore Guys.
Oh, Gilmore Guys. Sorry.
That's a podcast, guys.
Oh.
That they watch Gilmore Girls and they just talk about that shit.
Then what is she? Then how does that count as part of her filmography?
They're bored.
This is listed on her filmography. Gilmore Guys, an audio podcast that
Maybe she
follows
came out of
Kevin
the
T.
episode.
Porter
I told you. I
as
love
they
that
watch
shit.
every episode of the television series Gilmore Girls.
That's me.
All right, so this is the picture of the Gilmore Guys.
Yeah, I mean, looks about right.
That's all right.
It lit.
Anyways, everybody's
We
got
should take
their
a
own
picture like
taste.
that.
Shout out Gilmore
Everybody's
Guys.
Okay, so
We're gonna do that, and we're gonna make it out of Dawson's Creek or something.
I'm down.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Don't say
Dawson's
Don't-
Dawson's
more
Creek.
relevant.
I don't know.
I don't
Jersey
know.
Shore.
Ugh.
What's a big
No.
What about like
Female
Criminal
show.
Minds?
Never seen that.
Or
No, it has to be a girly show.
no, like
Oh.
around now.
New Girls.
New Girl.
I like New Girl.
That's a good one.
No, it's
I'm actually
cool.
watching it right now.
What about
Great
Jane the
show.
Virgin?
I've never watched that show.
I know, but isn't
New
that
Guys.
I think it's a big show.
That's a big
I
show.
think.
I've heard a lot of
Yeah.
people talk about it.
Isn't that
Yeah,
show over?
She made a big. I would
Is
guess
it?
so.
Yeah, that one. What's her name?
I don't know, but she comes out
It's
in
not America Forever, right?
yeah,
That's Ugly
she's-
Betty.
That's
Yes,
she's
Yeah.
a
Ugly
superstar too.
Betty. That's such a cruel title.
She did like a movie too. Where she's like an action.
Betty La Fea.
Betty La Fea, yeah. Now she's in New York.
So did anybody catch SNL after the election when Dave Chappelle hosted?
Yes.
Cut them all.
Wait,
Didn't he host the same night?
did he host? Yeah,
He
yeah.
hosted
Okay.
Saturday.
Saturday,
Next
so
year.
it's-
After, yeah.
Yeah, so right after.
He actually did the last one too.
Yeah.
In 16.
So it looks like that's probably gonna be a trend. He did the last one, like you said, in 2016. That one was
17.
hilarious. 27. Yeah, no, 2016.
I thought 17. The
26.
equanimity.
The election.
He did it before the.
Oh no!
November.
I
Yeah.
thought it was the Netflix special.
So it looks like they're going to be doing this. I guess every election cycle, they're going to have Dave Chappelle come in and comment on it.
That's dope.
So it was one of the highest rated episodes of SNL in a very long time. Got lots of viewership and was really popular. What did you guys think of Dave Chappelle's monologue?
I mean, I have like a love-hate relationship with Dave Chappelle. Like,
Elaborate.
I think that he talks about a lot of relevant things and he has like good opinions on some things, but like other things, he offends me a lot. Like, when it comes to like the LGBT community.
Are you talking about more of his recent stuff?
Yeah.
Right. Because
I
most
mean,
of
even
his.
back in the day, I was watching Dave Chappelle at Eddie's house the other day, and I don't know, there were some jokes where I was like, oh, that's inappropriate. I don't like that joke, but like, he's funny. Mostly.
He's not scared to be outside the box.
He's rude sometimes. That's what I feel. But he's cool. I liked the episode.
What did you think of what did you think of his SNL monologue?
I thought it was great. I mean, like I said, he talks about a lot of relevant things and more openly than a lot of people would.
A lot of comedians, especially.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to be PC, and he is not at all.
No, he's not. He never has been. He never has been.
Ever.
I do think in recent years it's more overt because I don't really see it as much in the old ones. Like what bothered you about the old
I'm
ones?
trying to think of one of the jokes that he said. I was like, that's not funny. Rude. Come back to me and I will tell you what it is. Hold on.
All right, I'll get back to you. Did you check it out?
Yeah, I watched it.
What did you think
I
of
didn't
it?
even know it was on. Like I was just watching. I was just in my living room, and because that's the only one that has cable. My room just has my PlayStation. That's all I watch on that. And then I just turned on and I saw Dave Chappelle. And I was like, oh shit! So I started watching it, and like I said, it reminded me of his Netflix special where it's like. It's that darker type of comedy where he's just basically going on talking of what's wrong with the world. Like he's still saying that even though we're gonna have two presidents, they can't fix America. Like we have to learn how to fix it ourselves before anything. But overall, I mean, I love Dave Chappelle since the beginning, and
I feel like there's like some kind of like insight into it, like things that you're saying. I think both times when he hosted, he tried to like impart with like a message.
Yeah.
It's basically the same message, but reworked,
Just reworded differently,
reworked
yeah.
differently. That we all have to fight for change if we want to see it in our lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
He did. I had to say one thing. So you mentioned that like some of the things that he said that.
I remember what he said though on that. It was like episode 2, and he had like this white lady singing cards, like words that he wrote on it. He wasn't really writing them. He was pretending to write them. And she would like sing what they said. And like one of the things was like, I don't like gay people. I think they're weird or something like that. And then the next card was like, but I love lesbians. And I was just like, this is not funny.
But do you don't, all right, so I have a question for you. You don't think that Joe could possibly be making fun of people who are homophobic, but like hypocritical about it by saying, I don't like gay people, but I like lesbians because it turns me on.
I mean, I
You don't think
guess.
there could be a little more commentary in there than you're giving it credit for?
I guess. I still don't like it.
No. I'm just asking. It's just there's nothing wrong with it. It's just your opinion. So.
I don't know, because then he still makes jokes like that even now, like about trans people, and I'm just like,
Yeah, they're-
why? It's
They're
not
good
funny.
parts.
It's not.
He makes fun of himself as well, though.
That's okay. Hey, make fun of yourself all you want.
No, I'm saying like
Don't pick a
Shit.
marginalized group and make fun of them.
Well, he does it about everything.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Okay, but that's
because
actually
overall,
all right, okay.
overall,
but,
every
makes fun of everything.
comedic artist does that. They always
Okay,
they always throw
but that-
jabs at every
that's-
single type. Of,
those
This
jokes
actually-
are never funny. To
okay,
me.
all right. But here's the thing. This is something interesting
Yes.
though that I wanted to bring back. So this, in like I guess the last year or so, he's gained more conservative fans who are happy that he's not PC. But he lost them again with that special because he pissed them off because he started
Pissed off
making
the
fun
white
of
lady.
because he started making fun of people who don't want to wear masks, people who make like white people or Trump supporters
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
basically calling
Crazy if you lose
people.
those fans.
Yeah. So,
He has been more political though.
Yeah.
He was always like political,
I was
even
gonna
if-
say he's always
but not. He was more jokey. Like he would say something, but like joke. This time he's more.
like
like,
this is what it is.
this is what it
Listen,
is.
listen.
I also think
he had
it's-
more liberty when he was on Comedy Central with
Well,
all the
but it's
skits.
also
So I'm just
the
saying, I'm just saying
era.
his stand up. Yeah, the
Yeah.
era is different
Because it's a
People are
different
more
era
PC
we
now.
live in. It's not just that we're like more PC.
Yeah.
It's also more political. Everything is
Oh, that's-
like, especially with social media, I feel like everything is so intense that you hear a lot of like arguing and like from both sides. And I think that like a lot of his comedy, if you think about it, I mean, even if you, I can see your point where you might be offended by some of it. I think it kind of reflects.
That's just me.
the
Though.
times,
Like, I
though,
know
when
other
he's
people
polit-
think it's funny.
Yeah.
I'm dramatic. Though.
No, you have good reasons. I understand. But what did you think of the SNL?
But it was funny.
That was
I
funny.
mean, it's nothing new anymore. I mean, I've already seen his last 3 stand-ups he's done.
yeah,
Mhm.
So
which are hilarious.
yeah, they were
always
funny. I don't think they were as funny as his original, but that's just me.
Okay.
Like you said,
I will say this. One that you should really check out for what it's worth.
A
It's
Dave
his,
Chappelle?
Yeah, it's a Dave Chappelle stand-up special in San Francisco.
What
And
year?
it was from like
Mhm.
2003 or 2004.
Okay.
It's not political at all.
Oh.
And there's even some
into it.
stuff that might make you happy, and there's some
All right.
LGBT friendly stuff in
Oh.
there.
I
Well,
don't-
for one, he's
Okay.
performing in San Francisco.
So he has to be
yeah,
nice to them.
yeah, he says, "Oh, it's all nice when I come here." He's like, bye, thanks for coming, welcome to San Francisco. And he's like, I go over to Oakland. Welcome to Oakland, bitch. Clickety clack.
Yeah. I don't
Check
know.
out that special. It's
That
funny.
one and Killing Them Softly.
Killing Them
Oh, yeah,
Softly is
Killing Them
good, but
Softly is
Is that the new one?
for what
No,
it's worth,
those
is
are
always
his first.
been
His
my
first two were
favorite
Killing
one.
Them Softly, and then he did For What It's Worth.
Mhm.
For What It's Worth, probably a little
What's
funnier.
the new one called?
I don't remember.
Sticks and
Netflix
Stones.
special.
No, I forgot what it. One of them, Sticks and Stones. And you could already tell by that title, it's designed to be provocative by even putting that in as your title.
Mm-hmm.
So on to other Dave Chappelle news, which you mentioned. Chappelle's show has returned to Netflix after being off of Netflix for years, and it is now on HBO Max. Aside from a few of those jokes, have you seen the Rick James or the Prince skits?
I haven't seen them yet. I
Oh
just
my
restarted watching
God.
it like a
You
couple
have
of
to
days
see
ago.
So
that.
you saw the first episode.
I saw the first 4 or 5 episodes.
So you saw him being the Black Klansman.
Clayton.
Clayton
Okay, I haven't
Bixby.
seen
Clayton
that one.
Bixby.
What episode is that?
That's the first
That's
episode.
yeah.
There's
Oh.
an episode where he
Did we not watch the first? We didn't watch the first episode.
So on that
There's no way
episode,
you missed that.
okay,
skit.
yeah. So basically,
You missed that. You were in the
he
restaurant.
plays a blind black Klansman who thinks he's white.
I
and
know
he's-
that skit. I just haven't seen it
Oh,
recently.
it's hilarious. You have to see it.
He's
That's good.
yeah.
So it's on HBO Max and Netflix now. I'm a big fan of that show.
Watch.
It reminds me a lot of childhood. I remember as I think it was 7th or 8th grade. Every kid was going, I'm Rick James, bitch. It was so big at the time.
My favorite thing was fuck your couch.
Fuck your couch.
Oh,
yeah,
Rick
that's the Rick. Yeah, that's the James one.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Wait, though you have to watch the second episode of season 1 when he's driving in the car with Mos Def and he's like hi or something. I don't know, but like something's coming at them and he like flinches so hard, but like the camera. I don't know why they would put that clip in there because they were obviously using other clips. They should have used something else, but it's hilarious to just watch him like
It's
freak the fuck
it's like
out.
the first episode where they're making fun of like that Acura commercial.
I don't know. No, he's like
No, the first episode.
Oh, okay.
And they're driving around and there's like a white girl in there dancing.
Oh, in the car.
And he
Mhm.
kicks her out. And the black girl comes
And
in,
then
she's
she's
dancing.
dancing.
And her boob pops
You
out.
know Wayne
And
Brady.
he goes, look at the replay. And he's like, when I see it, look at my face. And like, he sees it pop out. And he's like, oh.
He's like,
Do you know Wayne Brady, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to see the Wayne Brady episode. That's
he
another
in
one.
it, or is he making fun of Wayne Brady?
He's in it.
He's in it,
He's
yeah.
going to hang out with Wayne Brady, and you
Yeah.
know the image of Wayne Brady is like
clean cut.
Yeah, clean cut and like all that.
Bouge. I
Yeah.
feel like he's like a bougie Dave Chappelle.
So he basically
He's
takes
bougie.
Dave Chappelle for a ride and scares the shit out of him. They kill cops.
I do
goes
remember
to
that. I
his
rember
pimps.
that.
Oh, shit, it's Wayne
I
Brady.
haven't seen it in a
Oh shit,
long
it's Wayne
time. but I
Brady's
remember
son, and
that
then he
shit.
starts shooting, and Dave Chappelle's crying by the end of it. You have to see that. Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch when he meets up with the he's a pimp?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to see
He's
that. So
Dave Chappelle's so
The first two
stupid, but
seasons
he's
were hilarious.
yeah,
Third season was okay, but that's
third
'cause he
season was
season?
because he left.
He did
He had left,
What
and he
season
didn't.
is the season where they have like it's like a copy?
That's the first
Sorry.
episode.
That's the first episode.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to watch the first because that was like my favorite skit. I think.
Okay.
The racial
Hilarious.
draft is funny too.
Oh, the racial draft. The black delegation would like to pick Eminem. Wait a minute.
Hold on, Rado. He's like
Okay.
walking by. He's like,
watch, we're gonna end up going
Yeah.
to your house and watching this after. Actually, that'd be funny.
Only if we could take Condoleezza Rice. You got yourself a deal. All right, so on to other news. This is going to be a little bit surprising. Black Panther 2 starts shooting in July.
No.
I should really watch the first one.
Chadwick Boseman is not a part of it.
Yeah.
And
Wait, starts?
yeah, I
recording?
know that's
I thought
fast.
it was already done.
No. He only
I
did
thought it
one
was
movie.
fast for them to start recording.
That's what I
Are
did
they
too.
going with the sister?
See, there's a lot of speculation that they're
With the sister.
recasting.
Nah, I would just go with the sister.
Recasting completely.
Yeah, it's
What?
not guaranteed, but that's what there's a lot of speculation.
And they're just gonna redo the first movie.
No, they're just
No.
gonna recast
Recast?
the actor.
That's weird.
Gonna go with Denzel Washington.
So, what do you think the best option would be? Because that's pretty fast, and especially with Chadwick Boseman just passing, and Disney was not even aware until the day that he passed away.
Yeah.
David
So-
Washington.
John David Washington.
Yeah.
I just saw him in
Ooh,
Tenet, which I'll
wait.
get to after.
I
He's a
was
good
really
actor.
down with the idea of the sister taking over.
Well, if they don't go with the sister,
I mean, it's still a
Which is-
possibility.
yeah.
All of it is speculation right now, but it's kind of surprising. Do you think it's disrespectful to Chadwick Boseman, which a lot
Yes.
of people are going to say, or do you think he might have wanted somebody to continue the role?
No.
You don't think so?
no.
I mean, I'm not.
And there's
And he's
someone that-
also
I'm not
one
in
of the
the circle.
biggest comic book in Marvel, one of the largest characters.
But I think, like, I don't know. This could just be me talking because I feel this way. I think he would be good with the idea of the sister, like, taking over the throne. I
Okay.
don't necessarily think that he would be down with them recasting his role altogether.
Really?
That's weird.
And
Like, they're just going to pretend like he didn't exist, or
I mean,
No,
they
it-
do that.
no.
in
just like a
lot of
random
just-
stuff.
person
they're
takes
just-
over.
They're just going to pretend that it's the same person from part one.
No, that's so weird.
But it happens in movies a lot.
Yeah, we saw it a lot.
What?
And Black
No.
Panther is a big character
And, like, it's like a
For them
major
just to not, like-
not used. It's a
for them not to
big
use anymore. Yeah,
from a financial decision. It's a hard one, and I know that people talk about it in terms like that because he just passed.
Well, then they should bring
but
Killmonger.
it is going
What's
to
That's his
be.
name, right?
Michael B. Jordan.
See, that's another
Yes.
piece of
'Cause
speculation.
once you lose Thor, now you got who? Spider-Man, Black Panther, probably.
And yeah,
carry-
Doctor
they were
Strange.
banking on
Doctor Strange.
Spider-Man and Black
Just
Panther as
to
being
carry
their
the-
two biggest cash cows next, as the next like the leaders, like the hero, like the major heroes of the MCU, the ones that they were gonna hype up.
And then they
I think that's a tough decision because I get why they would recast. I just think it's gonna upset a lot of people.
I'm upset.
Yeah,
It
But
hasn't
at
even
this-
happened, and I'm upset.
What do you
because
think?
But like, if you're not gonna watch it anyways,
no, I know, I know I'm gonna
mean-
watch it for sure.
But what do you think the best route is though?
that is a very tough one. Because you said it's like you want to pay respects to Chadwick because he did pass, you know. But if there is an actual actor out there that could fit in his footsteps, maybe it will work. But they're gonna have to fill in a very big
Okay,
shoe. since-
Disney, listen to me right now. Here's what you need to do.
Hey, listen,
Pretend like he gets killed in the beginning of the movie and then have someone take over the role. Don't just
Yeah.
recast it and act like, yeah, that's him.
It was
What
just
do you
like an
mean? That's
accident,
T'Challa.
and then at least if you just have the mask, you won't know it's
Or-
him,
or
and then you just
maybe-
could
Yeah.
have a funeral for him.
Exactly.
and they go with someone from a different tribe.
That's true.
Ooh, that would
So-
be.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I honestly think they're gonna recast him.
They probably will.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do because I don't
So
think
rad.
John
Disney's.
David Washington.
But the thing is that they had came
I
out
think you just
already
wanna
with
see him as
news
Black Panther.
saying that they
I
already
think he
had a
fits.
storyline without him after. So
They did.
Yeah, they said that like 3 or 4 months after the passing,
Mhm.
that they already kind of had another storyline to go with.
Mhm.
But now that you're saying that, I'm like, okay,
I
what?
mean, who knows if he talked to the
Here's what
writers
I'm
or
gonna do. I'm just gonna get hired at Disney as a writer, and I'm gonna make
Like
the
that?
movie that I want to see.
Do it.
He must be a really good writer.
Mhm.
I'm an amazing writer. I have 2 novels. What's up?
What are they
Yeah.
about?
No, we're not gonna talk about
We're
them.
not gonna talk about them.
Not right now.
Why? We need to adapt them into
Yeah.
movies.
What if we want to read them?
I don't know.
What if we want to read
I'll be the
them?
main actor. What's his name?
Chris Evans is definitely the person I had in mind as the main character.
For what?
Who the hell is the main character? Cap. What was
I
that?
don't think we're going big
It's
budget
the
here.
mic. You go with the
Chris
headphones.
Evans.
I love him. Oh my
And
Why?
god.
Because he's Captain America.
He,
Yeah,
no,
don't
even
do his
before he was
job.
Captain America, I loved him in
headphones.
SAT. I loved
about
him in
It
what's that
squeaks in the
movie?
thing.
Oh, it does?
And it
What's
hurts our
fucking,
ears, John.
Well, he did it first.
I can't think of the name of the movie.
He's in a lot of stuff.
He was
are you
back when he was
talking
Have
younger.
you seen Knives Out?
Oh, Knives
Yeah,
Out
I
was
fucking
good.
love that
But-
movie. I've
movie-
watched it like 100 times.
He was
That's
Mr.
not an
Fantastic?
exaggeration.
I really liked Chris Evans' character in that because it seemed like he wanted to go a role that's like
Yeah.
the exact opposite,
Opposite
of
of what
Captain
he
America.
usually plays.
Yeah, but I kind of
I mean,
already
it-
knew it from the beginning. It was
That what?
like,
He fits the part of like a sleazy rich frat boy pretty
No.
well, actually.
He was the.
Well,
he
had- it's a
he played it
compliment.
well.
Well, he had
He
what?
played
No,
it
well,
well.
before that, he had not another teen movie.
Yeah, I
He
love
was
that
the Human
movie.
Torch, and what is that guy?
The Fantastic
Yeah, he's
Four.
also a douche.
No, I'm saying he's like a douchebag kid,
yeah.
He was.
Chris
but, like-
Evans.
and then he got Captain America, and now he's
little good boy.
America.
America.
America's
Have you
ass.
seen that movie Gifted?
No, it's not.
No.
Pretty good. With him and
Is that about his
Wait,
daughter?
what movie?
it's not his daughter. It's his niece.
Where she's really smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good movie. With him and
Is that where he met her, Jenny Slate?
Who's Jenny Slate?
The
Daughter?
lady- no,
The niece?
the teacher.
Why?
Because they're together, or they were for a long time.
I can't remember how the teacher looked like. Jenny Slate. What else has she done?
She she's in the Parks and Rec. She plays what's his name, sister. That don't.
Oh no,
don't-
they broke up. They broke up
John
3 years
Ralphio's?
ago.
That was her?
Who? I don't even know that
John
name. That you
Ralphio.
just said. I don't know that name.
They broke up 3
Parks
years
and
ago.
Rec.
Oh, okay. I don't know their names.
Oh, I thought you would. That Ralph Macchio guy's a real D shit. You don't know John Ralphio.
His name is Ben.
Oh, that shit's funny. I love Parks and
I don't
Rec.
know.
Well, that was her?
I know his real name.
That's her?
What?
Yeah, he plays his sister,
The
the rich one.
John Ralphio's sister.
More money, please.
Money, please.
Oh,
And then she's with Tom.
you gotta take her to a hospital or something. That was fucking bad.
That's really hilarious.
Are you trying to mess with my kids? I will fire all of
Okay.
you.
I needed to get back to something.
Yes,
Why
Daddy.
did you say John David Washington?
I just think he's a good actor. And then, like, one.
Did you see Black Klansman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah,
And then the first time I saw him actually was on Ballers. I had no idea he was Denzel's
Ballers.
son. It's a show with The Rock on HBO.
Oh, that show's good.
And I thought he was a pretty good job. And then I found out he was Denzel's son. And then I saw him in Black Klansman. I
He's
haven't
great in
seen
that.
Tenet yet,
I saw Tenet.
but I want to.
So
What just happened?
what happened?
My headphones turned off.
I could hear you clearly.
Can
Yeah,
you?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh, now I can hear you guys again. That was so weird.
That's
Sorry.
happens.
And then I honestly, I think I saw, like, right after he, Chadwick Boseman passed away, people were already looking for a new Black Panther, and I think he popped up as an.
So I did go see Tenet. We've talked about the movie, the one
yeah.
directed Christopher Nolan with John David Washington and Robert Pattinson. You didn't get a chance
I
to
haven't
see it?
seen it yet.
So I went to go
Is it
see
on like
No,
demand?
no.
Oh.
It's not on demand.
Christopher Nolan is very dedicated to making sure his movies play there at the
I
theatrical.
want to
run.
watch it in theater.
So is he just never gonna?
Have to wait till
I
next year.
I saw it.
Oh wait,
No, I'm gonna have to wait till
well,
next
they have to
year.
release it again then.
Probably.
Oh,
Probably.
okay.
So I went to go see it at an IMAX theater, and as I imagine, they described it like Inception. I actually like it better than Inception, but it doesn't always make sense the whole way through, and there's like a lot of dialogue trying to explain these really complex scenarios.
That
So
trailer didn't
basically,
make sense.
it's like time going forward and backwards. It's people are time traveling, and what they're doing is they are trying to stop time bullets that go backwards in time, and you can assassinate people in the past from the future. It's like
That's
really complicated, and there's some interesting like
My
quantum
head hurts
physics.
just trying to like
She's gonna walk out of the movie like
that.
That was interesting.
So you see, it's really kind of hard to explain, but where there's parts where they're going back to a different time, but they're inverted, so they have to walk in the opposite direction, and while everything is going forward, like they revisit different scenarios over and over again, trying to get things right. There's a lot more to it than that.
You're gonna have to watch it more than once.
I think so, but the thing is, like,
one of those movies.
Yeah, it
But-
is one of
It's
those
a Christopher
movies.
Nolan movie.
but
Yeah, he wants to fuck your head.
yeah, it's a total mind fuck. But the one thing I will say about it is, for a good portion of it, even if you don't understand everything 100%, you understand it enough to follow what's going on. You might be a little bit mixed up on some of the exact details, but if you watch it and pay attention, you'll be able to follow generally
Yeah,
what's happening. I think rewatching it, you would be able to see.
I was gonna say
More.
I have to watch regular movies more than once to really understand
so
what the fuck I watched.
Tenet was really good. John David Washington was pretty good in
John
it,
David.
except for one thing about it. There's Christopher Nolan does not have a good sense of humor, and you could tell he has too many of these like quippy one-liners where John David Washington tries to say something funny. Every time he tries to say like something funny, it falls flat.
Swing and a miss.
It's embarrassing and it's like cringe, and I don't even
I
think
hate
it's
that.
his fault. I think it's actually just the way that it's written. It tries too hard to be clever.
No, it just get
Not always clear, but
yeah.
the action scenes are so exciting and so
Really?
big.
Yeah.
I like
And
him, but come on.
the biggest scene in the movie involves a plane crash, and he actually
boy.
crashed a real plane.
And they're gonna
And you
get
could
childish
tell-
to be Black Panther.
Wait.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just trying
That's
to
just-
trying to hurt his feelings.
Wait, what? What?
No.
No.
We're not going to get Childish
First of all,
Gambino
he
to be
doesn't even
Black
have the
Panther.
body to do it.
No,
I
he's
mean,
not gonna
anyone
do it.
can get the body to do it.
I know Kumail Nanjiani
just
didn't
be
have
like-
the body to be in an
Dude, he
MCU
is-
movie, and he got jacked.
Bomb.
But when you're rich, here's the thing. When you're rich, you could afford to have like trainers in your house all the time, buy
Are
the
you kidding me?
perfect
If I was
food.
rich, I would
like
be so never mind.
I'm sorry, but being rich makes it easier to get
Yeah.
into that kind of shape. Like to be
Definitely.
honest, it would be a hard. I mean, you could get into shape, but to
Yeah.
get in the type of shape that Kumail Nanjiani has, because he's rich. It's because he's rich. But either way, I don't
Rich
see.
Well,
people.
he has some money. He's not the richest guy in the world.
I mean, he's rich enough to be
To-
able to afford
to
a
afford a
personal
personal
trainer
trainer.
and a,
and
like
you
a
know what?
personal cook.
The freaking Marvel probably paid for it.
Yeah.
True. They were
But he
like,
could.
we really need.
But
to
the thing is that
bomb,
Marvel's
so-
not paying for it anymore, and he still keeps it up because he likes.
Yeah, because now he has the routine. Now,
Now
he
he's
knows
probably
what he
getting a
has
bunch of
to
ladies.
do. Like,
He's married.
come on.
Doesn't mean he's not getting a bunch of
Who?
ladies.
I mean, he's one of those.
Was he the
COVID
one married to? Oh, I was like,
he-
was he the one married to Miss India? But that's the other dude from.
Miss
No.
India.
You ever
Big
seen
Bang
the?
Theory.
You ever seen the Big Sick?
Oh.
That movie's good.
That's about his. He wrote that with
With
his
his real-
with his wife. So that's
Yeah.
actually about
didn't
how
think
they
about
met and
that,
how
yeah.
they fell in love.
It's a funny movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's on Amazon.
It's pre MCU, so he doesn't look like a swole monster.
Oh,
He
well,
just
no
looks
one
like-
wants that.
he just
No
looks
one
like-
wants-
no one wants that. Damn.
I'm just kidding.
He's
That's
actually done
all
a
you
lot.
care about.
Yes.
He did another one with another movie that came out on Netflix. It was okay.
Oh, isn't it the new one that came out? Oh yeah,
It's
I
like
know.
a
What
comedy with the girl from.
hold on. I'm
Issa
gonna-
Rae.
Yeah,
Issa
It's
Rae.
called Lovebirds.
Yes.
She knew what I was talking
that
about the
one
whole
was
time.
funny.
Okay, all right. I
That
only
one was funny.
I watched half of it. I
You
didn't
watched half of it?
finish it.
That's
Did
pretty
it?
funny.
Does it have a happy ending? That's all I want to know.
Yeah. Does it?
I don't remember the ending.
I don't either.
I
No,
just
I think- yeah,
remember.
no, I
I
think
just
they do.
remember
They-
they
they-
get in that not really an accident where they. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
They
they
hit
get murdered.
somebody.
Everyone.
I only
Yeah.
remember
They're
one
basically
scene in
on
that
the
movie.
run.
They-
On
yeah,
the run from what scene
from a
is it that
murder
you
kind of.
remember?
When they're in like the theater and like they're like, there's an imposter or something. Like there's someone here that shouldn't be here. Everyone take off your mask, and you're not supposed to take off your mask, and they do it anyway. And everyone's like, okay, well, obviously you guys are the ones.
I don't remember the. Think they get back together?
Yeah, they
Love
do.
Sick is better.
No, they do.
Love Sick was better.
The Big Sick.
Love
The Big
Sick.
Sick.
The Big Sick. That's
The
a
Big
good
Sick.
It was
movie.
better.
Say, wait, when did we talk?
Yeah.
And then he has what, Master of None too? No, wait,
That's,
sorry.
what are you?
No,
Oh,
no.
you're racist.
That's Aziz Ansari.
Wow. They all.
I was just watching that today, my bad.
No, that's
Aziz
Aziz.
That's
Ansari.
it.
It's Aziz Ansari,
This
bro.
kept me-
That was a
you
good
had me-
show.
Way off.
Yeah, it's.
Sorry, I was thinking Parks and
Hassan
Rec because this was
Minaj,
said it
right?
earlier.
He's mixing up his
They're all the
Indian
same.
American
No,
comedians.
Silicon Valley.
That's terrible.
They're all the same.
Terrible.
Silicon Valley. We were just watching that.
Silicon
last night.
Valley is a funny show.
That shit is fucking
brown.
hilarious.
We're
brown.
brown. Wow. Wow.
Makes it okay.
That's
You
how.
think
That's how.
that's
That's
how
how
it
Maker was taken out. Hey, I'm brown. It's okay.
Master of None.
That
Master
was
of
a
None's
funny
actually a pretty
show.
funny show.
Yeah.
It's a good
That
show.
was a good show, and I liked it too. And they fucking
Canceled
Netflix-
it.
Did they cancel it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know what happened? It was when
went up to
Aziz
season
got me too'd, and then
Mm-hmm.
even though it was
He
false,
got me too'd.
you know, like
You never heard that one, right? His?
No.
All right.
What did he do?
Okay,
it was.
okay.
He didn't
His
do nothing.
story.
What did they say
His
he
story.
did?
All right. So this is. Hold on. So the lady who accused him of.
I think he just had like a bad date.
Yeah, basically the lady accused him of being aggressive, and she actually wrote an op-ed about it. And in the op-ed, she describes his behavior, and this is what he did. He picked the wine that he bought for us. Therefore, he took away my agency in making any choices that night. She felt threatened by that. And like everything she described is there's nothing about it that actually sounds like she was harassed. It sounded like she had a bad date.
Yeah.
So she ended up getting a lot of backlash because she wrote a detailed op-ed
Yeah.
and people were taking it apart. It's like, what is she talking about? It just sounds like she had a really awful date, but
But then it was too late. I think.
I'm gonna start suing people when I have a bad day.
Suing people.
Yeah.
You're getting
I
sued.
mean,
My lawyer's gonna call you.
That's the way to
No,
end
I
it.
never
See,
would.
my lawyer's gonna call you.
that window has closed, Evan.
okay, here's the thing. From what I'm reading, it's
Wait, are we talking about Master of None?
yeah,
still?
it's not
Okay.
actually canceled.
But it's been gone for like what 2
I was
years
gonna
at least.
say.
Yeah, it's not technically canceled to come back. But what about? All right, think you know that show Curb Your Enthusiasm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That
did
show
come
was
back.
off the air for like 10
Years.
years, and
But it
then
didn't go off the way this show went off though.
but they take years between. Like some seasons of like Curb Your Enthusiasm, sometimes it takes like 3-4 years for a new
But it
season.
went away. I don't think he expected to come back, and he just did. With this one, it's like,
You know, things get a cult following, and they're like, bring it back, and they're like, okay.
well, I hope it does come back because I like the show.
It won
Just
some
like-
awards too.
Just yeah, the second season I thought was better than the first season,
It's a funny show.
and then just like Mindhunter's done.
I've never heard of it.
Actually, David Fincher,
I keep saying yes, no, yes,
yeah,
no.
the creator of that show, he's actually saying that we might actually bring
Jimmy, how do you just have
Mindhunter
these
back.
names in your head? Like the moment someone says something, you're like, oh yeah, this person was in charge of that. I was like,
Lover of film and all things.
I've been obsessed with like movies since I was like
that's amazing. My brain does not work that
11,
well.
12 years old. Coming up in the age of the internet, when I got into movies,
Yeah,
I'd
so
obsess
you would, like,
over
look
everyone's
up
like,
stuff?
who directed this? What else did they do? Who's this person? Who's that
You
person?
have that with something.
I know. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Books.
Maybe books.
Okay.
Who's the author of Harry Potter?
Shit. Stephanie
Give me another one.
J.K. Rowling?
I know.
Is she
Just
canceled or
kidding?
not?
She's canceled.
Just
She's canceled?
Yeah.
Was she just
She's
kidding?
super
But, like-
canceled.
Harry Potter.
Okay, here's another thing. That's one where I actually understand why she was canceled, because she said something that was questionable. Then she doubled down on it. Then she tripled down on it. And then she made it worse by saying even worse things.
Yeah.
And then she
Hey.
promoted a store.
She stand by her.
She promoted a
If she believes in what she believes.
yeah, she promoted a store that sells anti-trans things that are really, really derogatory, and
It was
so that's like it
was
goes
it-
beyond what's. I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna say it because it's not appropriate to say on this podcast, but it
No.
went beyond just I'm having a different opinion
Was
to
it
she
only
seemed
anti-trans or was it?
it's all that.
Yeah.
She's
She's anti.
crazy because
she's
like her
crazy.
whole following for the most part is like
Pretty-
the LGBT community. And for her to
That's
be like
from a PR move. That's
Idiot.
really stupid. You basically
stupid.
alienated, especially because the idea behind Harry Potter is about like tolerance and acceptance and discovering yourself.
You
And
already
stuff.
bought my book. What if she's already like, I'm
I
not
haven't
gonna
made
make
my
anything
money.
else anymore. I already made my money.
It got so bad that
I
even
wonder why she came out at all.
she should have just kept her mouth shut.
Some things
right?
don't have to be said.
and basically she ruined her own brand. But the funny thing is, I actually don't think she ruined Harry Potter
didn't.
because most of the
No.
fans
Oh, yeah,
just
we're
say,
still like, fuck yeah.
"Fuck her, we'll just keep their foot.
I
We'll
see it all
keep
over
the
TikTok.
fiction."
Yeah.
What?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter
You're on
didn't
TikTok?
get
Follow me
canceled.
on
J.K.
TikTok.
Rowling did.
I don't make videos. I just watch
Oh,
them.
follow me on TikTok. I make videos. They're funny.
And then
I'll be
every
judging
I
that.
think they're funny.
and then every actor and all
They
the
are funny,
filmmakers who
yeah.
worked on the movies came out against what she said. So she basically alienated herself from her own fan base
Yeah,
and everything.
so
So
dumb.
what she did was pretty dumb.
Pendeja.
Pinchy pendeja.
How we get
Word.
J.K. Rowling?
Who's J.K. Rowling?
The one that got canceled. Okay, I'm gonna mention one more thing. This is another little bit of something kind of controversial. What do you guys think of the Amber Heard Johnny Depp situation? Have you heard about that?
Have you heard about that?
What do you guys think about that?
I don't know enough about it.
Okay.
I would like
I
to
had
know
heard-
everyone's opinion
I
on
had
this.
heard
Oh.
that. I don't know. I just don't know enough about it. Did you have any
Apparently,
Can
she
we see
says
your
that
notes?
Christina? She
he
accused him, right?
he whooped her. There was
That's
a lot
what
of
she
verbal
says.
stuff. Then came out saying that it was all BS, and then
I heard like part of a phone call.
he lost. What was it? What was the movie he was supposed to come out
Pirates of
in?
Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates.
Yeah, so Mads Mikkelsen is
Yeah.
replacing Johnny Depp in the new Fantastic
Oh,
Beasts
Fantastic
movie.
Oh,
which
Fantastic
is why
Beasts,
I
there
brought
you
this
go,
up,
yeah.
'cause that relates back to J.K. Rowling.
But I heard he's getting paid though. So
Yeah, he's
congrats
still
to
getting-
Johnny
he's
Depp
still
for that,
getting
even
paid
though he's
out.
not in
Wait,
it.
what?
Yeah, he's getting paid out for it.
because he had a contract, so they
Oh.
have to
Yeah.
pay him out.
But they were like, we don't want to see your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, she's.
But here's where the
The shine right now,
here's
they
where the
give her the-
controversy of it comes from is that
She's still getting a job, right?
she's actually recorded saying that she faked some of her beatings and put some of the bruises on herself, and she's on recorded saying nobody's gonna believe you because I'm a small woman. So
What do people do stupid stuff?
I think
don't-
it's a
I
little
don't
bit more
understand.
complicated than
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah, man.
realizes. And my thing is
another
like
topic.
it sounds like it was probably just a bad relationship or a toxic relationship.
Mm.
If one gets canceled, I think they should both be canceled or
Word.
just left alone and say,
Yeah.
okay, maybe that's just a thing because
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
And she's getting right. She's got to be in the
yeah, she's going to be in
next
Aquaman too. But there's a petition to remove her where a lot of people are getting pissed off because they're saying that it's not fair because
Why did he lose
He's
his job?
losing
Or
it.
she's
yeah,
still
why did
continuing?
he? Yeah, so pretty controversial. I don't know. It's a
Pretty sure they
tough
could
one.
find someone else.
Fire them. Hire me.
Well, they
You
were
wanna
already
be,
talking. Well, I mean, photos were putting Emilia Clarke as her, which would be
Who
pretty
is
cool.
that?
Queen of Dragons.
Yeah, the Queen of Dragons.
Who
Game of
is
Thrones.
that? Oh,
Let's watch that.
Oh heaven!
I'm sorry.
Mm.
Oh, yeah?
She the queen of-
What was
That
I
was loud.
know that sounded nasty.
Yeah, it did.
Cochinos.
What are you guys watching? You don't know Emilia
It's one
Clarke?
of those little jokes.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, boss.
Is she the blonde one?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to wrap it up, but before we go, now you guys all know that we here at Higher Passion Entertainment offer you so many different podcasts to get you going. But if you ever wondered how we produce these shows so fast and with dope quality, we work with our friends at Productive Culture. Productive Culture offers full service recording, mixing, mastering, and podcast production. If you guys want to get your podcast going, hit them up. Go to productiveculture.com/podcast and tell them Higher Passion Entertainment sent you, and you'll get a discount on your first episode. Plus, your referral helps us, so don't forget to go to productiveculture.com/podcast and let them know Higher Passion Entertainment sent you. Keep up with us, folks. We have a lot of interesting podcasts besides this one. Check out the Sports Dogs podcast. That was with Richie, where they just break down everything going on in the worlds of sports, as well as the Four Balls podcast, which is specifically about baseball, which he's also one of them on there. Check out the Heroes and
Richie
Mutants.
is busy.
He's an all-star here.
Richie's an all-star.
I just started
Check-
my new one too.
Check out the Heroes and Mutants podcast. That's also with Josh and I are on that one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
in all comic book and superhero media if you're interested in that. If you're interested in video games, you got to check out the Quick Scope podcast. If you're interested in rap and hip hop, check out the Rap Beats and Melodies podcast. I feel like I'm forgetting something. We keep adding so many. I can't
We have a
remember.
new one coming
We
out
have another
called
one that's sexual.
Positively Sensual.
Oh, Positively Sensual,
What did
which
you
will be
just
about dating and
Something sexual.
relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you said
relationships.
Sexual release.
Sexual
I was like, why is it called that?
It's about dating and
You're gonna have to wait
relationships.
and find out.
So check them out. All right.
I know this.
We'll see you next week.